Hey there, I'm Taz Singh, and I've been working with communities for as long as I can remember. Fundamentally, communities are made up of people, so this is my journey going to those communities and talking to those people. Come along with me. Amazing. So I'm here with Jenn Creighton. So Jenn just gave her talk, and I guess I know Jenn from when she introduced me back at GraphQL Summit last year. And so basically, I had my speaker description as chases my cat around the house and is chased by cars around a racetrack. And Jenn introduced me as her dog. She's like, that sounds like
this is my dog.
Sounds like
I said,
it sounds like my dog.
Sounds like my dog, because she does in fact chase cats. So relevant. I think it was very relevant.
And what type of dog do you have, Jenn?
I have a little miniature dachshund named
Aww.
Sailor Moon, and she's getting a brother soon, and his name is Jean-Luc Picard.
And also another sausage dog?
Dachshund. Yeah.
Nice, amazing. And you also have cats.
I do. I have two cats. I have many
cats.
animals. I'm one of those people that really can't get enough.
But I mean, they're all so nice. I love pets. I have my cat as well, and I love my cat obviously. So yeah.
Yeah, they make you feel a lot better. They've been really good during the pandemic to have very attached.
But
to my animals.
it was actually funny because back when Jenn introduced me at that conference, Jenn was moving and I was also moving at the same time. I think I recorded my talk at 5 a.m. because I was literally just moving and I could just get it all prepared.
Presenting for this virtual conf, literally on the floor of an empty apartment because we hadn't moved anything yet, sitting on a yoga block and a yoga mat because that's what I had with me at the time.
I remember, you're literally sitting on the floor.
I was literally sitting on the floor.
Literally on the floor, and then I think your cats were hanging out with you or something.
Yeah. The cats would walk by, and I was hosting it with Ellen, who was also at Apollo at the time, and she had her cats showing up. So, I mean, we pre-planned to make sure that our cats were gonna pop in frame. Yeah.
And actually, my cat was in the background of my video as well. And so it's just cat central, basically, Apollo GraphQL Summit. It was just cat central.
It was a good time.
It was good. But good to see you in person finally. I mean, obviously there's been so much virtual stuff for so long. Now we're back in person. So essentially, how you like Miami?
It is humid as hell. Oh my God! I'm based in New York City, where it is. It does get very humid in the summertime, but it's not humid there yet, and so I just wasn't prepared for this yet. Just mentally not prepared.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. I'm dying. I'm literally sweating right now, and we're inside, and it is air conditioned. I'm still dying.
It's air conditioned, and it feels like it's not really making much of a dent at all.
Yeah. It is.
Really
it is insane, and I'm not sure. Essentially, I'm from Toronto, and in Toronto yesterday it snowed.
Okay.
And so I went from that. Well, I went London, Toronto to Miami, but I went from basically snow weather to dying of heat. So yeah, I hear ya.
I also haven't gotten to check out the city yet. So today I'm going to do straight conference, be very social, speaker dinner, after party, all that stuff. And then tomorrow I'm actually going to do my chill downtime. Introvert needs to recover from this situation. So I'm actually going to go to some art museums in Miami because I heard Miami has a really great art district.
Yep.
So I'm going to go check that out.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm around tomorrow as well, but I think I might do the same thing. I'm just lock myself in my hotel room.
Yes.
But are you staying in South Beach?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I've yet to do anything cultural at all, and so I've just been doing the word stuff.
Are you an introvert?
I'm not an introvert. I'm actually a 98% extrovert, and so I will just talk and hang out, and I get so much energy from being around people, which is good because I end up going to a lot of events these days and just hanging out and talking to people. So
and I get drained. I love this though. I love a big pop of energy.
Yeah.
A big one day full very event of just social go see all my friends. I haven't seen so many people in so long, and then I need to go into cocoon.
Yeah.
And reconnect and re-energize that way.
Yeah. When are you flying out?
I'm flying out on Thursday.
On Thursday. Okay, cool. So you have like tomorrow basically. So like today's Tuesday, tomorrow's Wednesday when you have to like just go hang out and kind of see things, and then Thursday flying back. Okay, cool.
So a day to
Awesome.
like chill, rest, and then I can go the next day to the airport because I don't want to go to the airport already having my cup be empty. You know.
Yeah.
If something goes wrong, then you're just like unable to handle it when you're like already stressed and tired.
Yeah. Well, awesome. So you just gave your talk, and your talk was on
debugging async JavaScript.
Debugging async JavaScript. So how do you do that?
So the talk is really just meant to be sort of like a very light introduction to basically why it's really like particularly difficult, why debugging async code is really treacherous and tricky. There are like particular reasons for that. Like it can be often like silent, right? Silent errors are the fucking worst. Error handling is also really complicated. I could do a whole talk on just error handling and like promises and async await. So like just kind of an overview of that, an overview of like just some common like pitfalls, things that I've done like a million times, and some of the reasoning behind why those things happen. Like you think a thing works one way, you find out it doesn't. There are all these little nitty, like gritty, like rules about it, and then finally I just show off like 2 options for like debugging, which is one was just straight up console.log. Console.log is freaking great, and I love it, and it can still get you pretty far. And the other one was showing the debugger because I think either people think I must use the debugger for all things, or they're really, I only use console.log and they don't get any value out of the debugger.
Yeah.
But for async code, I think when you're working with like multiple things that are async, like the debugger is the way to go.
Yeah. 100%. Well, I mean, like as you said, both of those are fantastic options, right?
Right.
And so go check out Jenn's talk. I'm sure it'll be posted online at some point. But yeah, essentially back when I met you, or I guess virtually. like you were at Apollo. Now you're at Netflix, I believe.
Yes, I'm at Netflix now.
So like essentially, what are you working on at Netflix? Like what sort of stuff do you work on over there?
So I'm on the Node.js Platform Team at Netflix. So we build a Node-based platform for mostly UI engineers at the company to use to like quickly spin up a server if they need an endpoint, if they need a BFF, if they need to.
Because like, I think if I'm not mistaken, like Netflix pioneered like I think Falcor.
Yes.
Is that what you're using or?
Falcor technically is still in use, but Falcor is being deprecated slowly over time. The company is moving into GraphQL.
Oh, amazing. Okay,
one of the reasons I joined.
One of the reasons you joined,
I was working at Apollo on Apollo Client, and I still wanted to continue working somewhere that used GraphQL.
Yeah.
So that was a big deal for me. So I've actually been specifically working on a Node platform that you can just quickly get spun up with an Apollo server on.
Really? Oh, okay. Very cool. So like Netflix is migrating to GraphQL like on the front end, and you're helping them kind of establish that on the back end.
Yes, yeah. So back-end teams are like having to stand up their graphs and then federate those graphs with our internal tools. So, nothing that we do on the Node platform team is really not particular to Netflix. Like it's all really about working with Netflix systems. Like we make it easy. We handle the logging. We handle your metrics.
Yeah.
We make sure that your tooling works correctly, that you can deploy really quickly. So like some of the stuff I was working on recently was like schema validation within like our system. Like what would that look like? How would you deploy a schema? Stuff like that.
Yeah, like are you using Apollo Federation for that then?
Yes.
Okay,
they
cool.
are, but they're using V1. I don't believe we've switched over to V2 yet.
Oh, okay. So like V2 is the Rust-based one.
Yeah.
So V1 is more JavaScript based. Yeah, like essentially we were using Apollo Federation quite a bit as well, and I think schema validation was like one of the areas that like is tricky.
It's very tricky
because you kind of need to like coordinate deployments across services in a way, or use some sort of like a gateway or some sort of like
we have a
tool
gateway.
to kind of like store the schemas in that and kind of yeah.
Yeah, so we have a gateway, and then of course if you want to make a change to your schema, you need to validate it against the gateway before you deploy it, and then you actually have to deploy it to the gateway, and then you can deploy your service.
Are you using Kubernetes or something for that, or are you?
There are
like how are you doing that?
Internal Netflix systems, and then that part that works more around we've taken basically Kubernetes and done some changes to it to work with some Netflix systems. A lot of things in Netflix are very Netflix specific. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Netflix has been around for ages, right? And so like all these tools and everything that we're talking about are kind of like new. And so like essentially Netflix built Falcor back in the day, which I mean, I think it's in my opinion, I think it's very smart to kind of migrate to GraphQL now. But obviously, back when Falcor was created, GraphQL wasn't really a thing.
Right.
And so I'm guessing a lot of Netflix systems are like that, where like back when they kind of put something into place, there wasn't really some sort of alternative. And so that's really cool. That's really fascinating. So that's really cool. But yeah, so what? You're back to New York, back to Netflix. Yeah. Back to the cats. Back to the dogs.
Cats. I have a week and then I go to Reactathon for another talk. And then I'm done until October. I'm trying to be much more consistent with giving myself really long breaks between talks.
Yeah. Are you giving the same talk there as well?
Same talk.
Okay, cool.
I'm not going to be writing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be writing a million talks.
Like those people that I talk to, then they do literally a new talk every single time. And I'm just like, how do you refine that? You know what I mean? Like, how do you?
Like, how many hours do you think it takes you to do a talk? How many hours do you think?
Well, like essentially, my rule of thumb is for every minute that you're speaking, it's an hour of prep time.
Yeah.
So if you're giving a talk for 20 minutes, it's at least 20 hours. And then
at minimum.
At minimum 20 hours to do like a decent talk.
And sometimes it can be longer because like for the one I just gave, I had like 3 times where I was like, nope. Destroy it.
Yep.
This isn't working.
Yep.
Cut out this whole section, redo it. So like I've probably spent like 30 to 40 hours on this talk.
And then you've given the talk now. So like you kind of have like the mental feedback and everything. It's like of kind of like how it was presented now.
Right.
And then you'll take that and then kind of refine it even more for a Reactathon and then kind of like yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole process.
Yeah, so essentially on Guild, which is a system that we're building, like you're able to have a presentation on there, and we basically allow you to choose one specific YouTube video to kind of host that presentation for this exact reason. You know what I mean? Because like you end up like refining the talk so many times that like you kind of want like your latest like recorded session to be like what you're kind of showing off to the world, right? So
or sometimes we'll have your performance just like wasn't
Yeah.
You weren't so proud of that particular one. Maybe you stumbled too many times, and another one you hit it.
Exactly. So you kind of want like that one, kind of on your profile, but then it'll also list like, okay, like Jenn gave this talk actually at Drake Miami at basically Reactathon and like so on and so forth. So it'll say like, you give the talk at multiple different events, but you can choose like one event to kind of have as your video. And so, but like for this exact reason, like I think people that give a new talk every single time, I'm just like, you are insane. Like you are legit insane. Like that is a lot.
Well, what are you? Do you have other hobbies?
Yeah.
Like okay, so granted, before the pandemic, really speaking was my hobby.
Oh, really?
Really, I did 24 conferences in 2 years.
Ooh,
so I averaged a conference a month.
One conference a month, yeah. But like, of course, it was kind of like seasons of conferences, and so like you'd probably do quite a few back to back.
Yeah, they would be like scrunched together. I'd have a month off, a whole another like thing, and I just wasn't good about not doing that. I wanted to take every opportunity that came my way, and then the pandemic happened, and as it turns out, I can have other hobbies. I can be into other things. It's
what
wild.
have you gotten into?
Plants. I'm one of those people. I got really into plants.
Oh my god! So like essentially, I was given a plant gift certificate for my birthday, and also my housewarming, and so I got the world's most difficult plant. I got a coconut palm.
Why would you get the most difficult one?
Because I've always wanted a palm tree. Like have you not always wanted a palm tree?
No.
No? What?
I want a plant that stays alive. That's my goal. My goal is a plant that stays alive. That's why I started with a snake plant.
A snake plant?
Snake plants, you just can't kill those things.
Really?
Yeah.
Like are those?
They're like long and spiky.
Oh, okay. I need to look into this.
They're good in low light. You only need to water them like every so often because they're actually desert plants, so they store water.
Wow.
And then they just need some sunlight and
So what? Like you're able to leave for like a week and then and it's fine.
Absolutely.
Oh wow.
You can leave for a month and your snake plant will still be doing just fine.
Yeah. See, like my coconut palm is not that. My coconut palm needs to be watered like twice a week. It needs to be in a humid environment.
Do you have a humidifier for it?
I have a humidifier for it. It needs to be like at minimum 18 degrees Celsius. If it's anything below 18 degrees, so like right now at my house, I have my thermostat like in the room where the coconut palm is, set to 18 degrees. You know what I mean? So it's just constantly at 18
Does your cat
degrees.
bother it?
Oh, but my cat destroys my plants. Destroys my plants.
It's my problem too. Is all of them have to be kept up really high.
So like I ended up putting tin foil around it, like around the pot, because then my cat will like put her paws on the tin foil, get scared, and then she won't eat it. But then she'll jump on my desk and like jump on like windows and stuff and still nibble the tips.
Yeah, if I take one of my plants like down to like go water it, my cat like is like hey and follows me to the next room, being like, I'm gonna wait till you leave it and I'm gonna eat that plant.
But then my cat will throw up.
Yes, it'll throw it up because cats are not meant to be eating plants. Like they're not really meant to like digest that kind of material, but for some reason they want to munch on it.
And then like cats' digestive systems is like they're not used to like a frequent change of diet as well.
Right.
Like they kind of have like their one food and that's it. So if they eat anything else, you have to like really phase it in type of thing.
It's not good.
I'm glad to hear I'm not the only one because like essentially like my cat she's staying with friends right now and they have 2 cats and my cat will literally just go like essentially into their backyard and just like eat all the grass in the backyard.
Yeah. I used to take mine out in the backyard on like a little leash, and he would go straight to a plant and start trying to chew on it. And I was like, dude, you have a problem, dude. Yeah, real problem.
But anyway, it was good talking. Good talking to
plants.
Jenn. Cats, plants, dogs. I'm Jenn's dog, and so I'm never gonna let this one go.
Never.
But Jenn, good talking to you, and hopefully I'll see you in New York like next week or something. We'll figure it out.
Hopefully.
Yeah.